Too smooth, nigga. Shot.
That probably take her.
It's the Chronicles, my nigga. It's the Chronicles, Too smooth, nigga. Oh my God, they screaming, oh my God. Oh shit. It's gonna be a good one. Yes, sir. I don't know this motherfucker on or not. Is this bitch on? I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. Welcome back to Oh I Can't Say That Productions presents Countdown to Love Day. And I'm your loving host, Tonio Romeo. Hope this motherfucker on. Is this thing on for real? Shit. I think it is on. But what's good? Countdown to Love Day. Countdown to Love Day. What is Countdown to Love Day? So if you haven't been with us for the last couple of days or the last year or so, it's a new tradition that I created. Is basically to sit down and tell our loved ones, tell our spouses that we love them, and not only that, we love them while we love them. You know what I'm saying? We go day in, day out sometimes. We go months, weeks, attitudes, fussing and fighting, and telling each other what we're doing wrong and what they could do better. But when do we ever sit down and take the time out and tell our loved ones exactly why we love them? Not just that we love them, why we love them. And you know, Valentine's Day is coming up, so that's what we're doing from February 1st to the 14th. We counting down the reasons why we love our loved ones and telling them exactly why we love them. But of course, before you can take the time out and shout anybody else out, before you can take care of anybody else, man, you have to learn to take care of yourself. Treat yourself how you want other people to treat you. You have to learn how to love you so you can teach other people how to love you. So before you can tell anybody else that you love them and why you love them, take the time out each and every day and tell yourself why exactly that you love you. You feel what I'm saying? This year was a little difficult, so I'm a little behind. We on day 9. We should be like on day 11. 2 days behind. It wasn't that bad. But I still took a little time out the door. But my day 9 reason of why I love myself is because of my imagination. My imagination. Before my imagination got me in trouble, imagining things that I shouldn't be thinking about, thinking about things that I shouldn't be thinking about, and they coming actually in fruition into life and manifesting in before my eyes. So my imagination creates the goal. My imagination creates the vision, and there's no limit to my imagination. And now that I'm constantly growing and constantly healing, because you're never healed. It's a continuous thing. You keep on growing, you keep on healing, you keep on doing that. So the fact that I am constantly growing and constantly healing, my imagination is shifting to another way than never before. And the possibilities of what will happen is going to happen. It starts in the mind, and there's no limit to it. And I love myself for thinking big and going big. It doesn't look like it right now, but trust and believe it will be there. It will happen. It will happen. It will happen. I'm learning my lesson. Things are going to happen. Things are really going to happen. You got to learn how to get through it and push through it. Push through it, not put it to the side and take care of things. Nah, you gotta push through it and still doing what you're doing. So my imagination is keeping me going. My imagination is keeping me strong. And I love myself for having an imagination and still have the brain capacity to think big and go big. Cause yeah, you gotta do it. But moving right along. Like I said, on that day 9, the first week, I took time out and talked to the family that I was blessing to, my parents and my sisters. And this week, I'm getting closer to the day, I am taking the time out and telling my nieces exactly why I love them and that I love them. And today's niece is Miss Londynn. Londynn. I love you so much. Uncle love you so much. And one of the reasons why I love Miss Londynn is because she is a Cancer just like me. And the fact that she's a Cancer, even though she's at a young age, we can connect differently. You feel what I'm saying? With our emotions and our behaviors and this, that, and the third. Like, she can kind of sense when Uncle's not feeling good, or Uncle's not really in the mood sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? And most times she just won't talk, but she'll sit next to me and put something on the TV, and we just sit there and watch TV, and then quickly I get out of my mode. You feel what I'm saying? Especially with her, and it's vice versa. Same thing with her. I can tell when she's not feeling nothing. She just want to be in her own little world. You feel what I'm saying? But I want to be around her. You feel what I'm saying? So I do the same thing. I sit close to her, and then before you know it, she's right there next to me. So the Cancer connection was instant. I can remember the first time I held her. She was so tiny. I was so scared to hold her. She was so tiny. But when I hold her, she just looked up with her big old eyes. She got some big, beautiful eyes. She just looked up at me, and I looked at her, and we just stared at each other for a very long time. And that's when I knew, I'm like, yeah, we're Cancers. We're connected. And that's another thing that I love about Londynn is her eyes. It's her eyes. Her eyes are just beautiful. And they get big just like her uncle sometimes, and they get stretched out like... You feel what I'm saying? She can speak a lot with her eyes. You feel what I'm saying? She's one of the most proper talking young children that I ever met in my life. And I'm not just saying that because of my niece, but she talks very, very, very proper. And I think that's beautiful. I think that's cute. I think that's amazing. And I just love Londynn. And so, Londynn, your Uncle Tonio loves you so much. Always remember that. I love you so much. But yeah. That's the show, man. Countdown to Love Day. It's exactly what it is. We count down the days to Valentine's Day, telling our loved ones, telling ourselves exactly why we love each other. God expressed that. We go on through day in and day out, like I said, all the time, man. It's like it's a natural habit to be, I guess, negative. You feel what I'm saying? Tell somebody what they're not doing, what they could do better. But when do we ever take the time out and tell ourselves and tell our loved ones why we love them and that we love them? You feel what I'm saying? So I'm trying to change that right now. I am changing that. This is on year 2 right now. So Countdown to Love Day, man. I Can't Say The Production presents Countdown to Love Day. And I'm your loving host, Tonio Romeo. Come back tomorrow, man. We steady closing in on the date. The date is almost there. I hope everybody got their gifts and all that good shit. Know what they gonna do, got their Valentine. I hope it's what it is. But if you don't, you already know. It is what it is, but love yourself. Carry on, you heard me. Too smooth.